Hi, we're here at Wheelbarrow Farm testing out Tilmor's Tine weeder. It's also known as a blind weeder. And so, drag it behind your tractor, and it's got a succession of these smaller spring-loaded tines. And the idea is that it can go over your crop and not affect your crop as long as it's up 3 or 4 inches. But the smaller weeds, it's going to pull out. And it's called a blind weeder because basically you can just drive forward. You keep in a straight line and you don't drive on your crop, but it doesn't really matter what happens behind you because these tines are flexible enough that they won't hurt your crop if it's up 4 inches, but they will take out a 1-2 inch weed. So I like to use it on onions. Is great. Onions don't have very broad leaves, so they have a lot of weed pressure. So if I can pass over this every week or so, it means no hand weeding in the onions. And it goes as fast as you drive. So a 200-foot bed for us, I can weed in 30 seconds, which is many folds increase from hand weeding. I don't know what that is, 20 times, 30 times better, faster. You just have to stay on it because you can't let the weeds get up too high. Then you'll need to get in there with some hand tools and pull out the weeds. Okay, we're all set to go here. We're going to use the Tilmor Tine weeder on this bed of onions here, and we're using a Select Track electric tractor to do the work. And for this to work best, you need a wide wheelbase with enough growing space in between. Have another tractor that has fatter tires and they're closer together. You can still use it, but you have less of a growing space. So it's nice to have at least 3.5 foot clearance in between your wheels, and then you get a nice bed, and there's more space dedicated to growing vegetables than there is for your wheels. So you can see these 3 beds have been weeded, and this 4th one here I'm just about to pass over. Probably can't pick it up in the video, but in that bed that's not weeded there's a bunch of small thread stage annual weeds coming up, and you can really no longer see them in the bed that's been weeded. This is what it looks like from behind. You just have a series of 5 different sets of tines, and they're offset from each other. So basically you have full coverage of your bed. And these are the onions that we just weeded with them. So just to finish up, I think this is a really great tool. I like the idea of weeding really quickly. You have to stay on top of it, do it every week, but if it only takes 30 seconds or so to do a 200-foot bed, that's not much in terms of labor. And yeah, this year we'll be trying it out on every crop. Curious to see how it does over the more broadleaf crops. Is it going to damage them? One thing we might try if it does damage them is you can remove these tines pretty easily. So if you want to leave some space for a row of brassicas, maybe you're worried about it damaging the leaves, we might try that. But yeah, all in all, I think it's a great product, and it's going to save us a ton of time manually weeding.